Everyone, welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. It has been a bit stressful last couple of weeks. Let me just check this is recording. Yeah, it seems to be okay, but you never know. Ugh. I got my new PC running, working. The last 3 days I've just been blue screen after blue screen and managed to find the culprit of a faulty movie stick. So that is in the process of being collected and replaced. That's why I haven't been recording much, because I just couldn't do anything. Because sometimes it would work for 3 hours, sometimes it would work for 12 minutes. Anyway, enough of lamentation and woes. Let's go to the Kellid Barbarian camp. See what this nonsense is all about.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Sure. Okay, where are we? How big is this area? Doesn't seem that big.
Follow my lead.
I've actually been playing a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3 as well, just to get a feel for the UI. It's a bit different from this though. UI wise, I mean. Not sure which one I prefer. Also a little bit laggy. Oh, nice. Maybe it was spazzing out a second there. Excuse me.
Interesting.
Oh, nice. Take that.
I'll go.
The low grounds among the hills, some Nemerian barbarians have set up camp. Well, obviously set up recently as a place to rest. It was thoroughly constructed. Along with a stake palisade, the Nemerians had reinforced their camp with a deep moat. Spotting the body of some unlucky thief at the bottom, it seemed they made a good call. Guarding the entrance was our old acquaintance, Nober, the man whose group we met in the hills previously. While his greeting was none too friendly, he did invite us to enter and led us to meet his leader. We led to a man named Dugath, a middle-aged Kellid with a gorgeous mane, once charcoal black, now salt and pepper, as well as bronze skin, hardened by sun, wind and time, to the point where it looked almost like oak bark. Speaking with assertive tones, he invited us to dine with the Tiger Lords. That was the name of their tribe, and spend the night in their camp. Any business we might have with the tribe, he said, could be discussed in the morning, once everyone was rested and refreshed. Excuse me. Not wanting to offend the barbarians, who had proven to be commendably hospitable, we accepted the invitation. Within minutes we were seated by the bonfire with goblets in our hands. As guests, our goblets were wrought of skillfully decorated silver, with intricate carvings depicting scenes of battle. Do as I do, and maybe whispers into our baroness's ear. They really care about tradition here. Be on guard, Jubilos whispered to the baroness's ear. These savages can be extremely touchy. Follow my example, and you may avoid offending them. And an offending Nemerian is a bloodthirsty Nemerian. The cupbearer filled everyone's goblets with wine. While Dugath raised his cup, officially started the feast, the baroness placed her faith in Emily and followed her example. To my utter surprise, our barbarian friend spilled her wine on the ground. The baroness followed her example. I thought the Nemerians were being raised, but they all followed suit. It was apparently a barbarian tradition, offering the first cup to the spirits. Only after the cupbearer filled the goblets again did the Nemerians start to drink, and so did we. The main course, unsurprisingly, was meat. While hunting the hills, the Nemerians had killed a deer and 2 wild boars, all now roasting over an open fire. As the tribe's guests, we were offered the best pieces. Fierce in battle, the Nemerians were equally fierce at the table. They frantically tore the meat apart with their knives, bare hands and teeth, as though attacking the throats of their worst enemies rather than eating roast venison. Only one camp inhabitant didn't join the dinner. Far from festivities, a slim woman wrapped in a grey cloak sat alone, her face hidden behind a piece of cloth. She was so quiet and still, at first I didn't realise she was a living being at all. The Baroness. Asked the Tiger Lords who she was. Glancing cautiously between Dugath and the woman, one of them explained that the woman was one of the defaced sisters, half priestess, half wizard. While they may travel along with the Nemerians, they never ate at the same table. Judging by the tones the barbarians used when speaking of the woman, it was easy to tell that none of them held any warm feelings toward the defaced sisters. Didn't they mention that in the cave? And Noba, the guy we met, with the injured party member on the road, they said they were sent here by some witches. Maybe it's these. After everyone had eaten their fill, it was time for entertainment. The barbarians began singing a drawling song in their own guttural language known as Kellid. Later, one of the Nemerians explained that it was a ballad about a brother and sister who defeated a huge metal spider. The song that followed was a comedic piece about the adventures of a stupid werewolf. The Nemerians all sang it together. It was clear that each of them knew that one by heart. Almost everybody clapped to the rhythm. There was some thumped their knife handles on their shields, and our half-orc acquaintance, Bolga, accompanied the song on a vargan. Who's the half-orc acquaintance? Oh, she was in the cave, that's right, yeah. Once the song was over, Dugath appealed to his guests, us, to surprise our host. The barons decided our best choice would be a tale of how we defeated the Stag Lord. 33. I think it's going to be me. Tale of battle and heroic deeds was just what the barbarians were looking for. They listened eagerly, chimed down on each detail, laughed and clapped at the most epic moments. Even Dugath himself found himself smiling and nodding as he listened to our story. Finally, the drinking and singing came to an end. Only bones remained from the feast, and the bonfire had burned down to ash. Satisfied, the Nemerians retired to the tents.
I beg you, I haven't seen my sisters for several days. I'm afraid they may be in trouble.
As you approach the barbarian leader, you can't help but overhear part of the conversation with a woman you recognised from the feast before. Her face remains hidden, and she sounds extremely worried. I can't zoom in or anything.
This whole land is nothing but trouble. You want me to risk my life and the lives of my people to do your dirty work? Go ahead, ask Armagh to give the order. Oh, but Armagh stayed back in Numeria, which means I am the one making the decisions here.
It's the chieftain that mentioned the two different groups we met. Was it Twice Born or something? Armagh used to be an old chieftain of history. Champion of Gorham or something. I'm trying to remember, it's been a week or two for me. And then he was reborn as prophecy foretold or something, and now he's even stronger. And he's going to lead the Tiger Lords to massive victories and stuff. The cleric, oh, he's a cleric, is he? Okay. Shakes his head.
But what about my sisters? Something terrible could happen to them.
You sisters insisted on this expedition. So it's your price to pay. With your blood, not ours. Something terrible could happen, you say? It is too late for that. We already lost good men on this pointless journey to nowhere. Whatever Armagh needs, it's not here, and it wasn't here from the start. But you didn't come here for him, did you? You came for your own reasons. You want some magic toy that once belonged to the ancient Cyclops. Well, I'm not leading my men to their deaths for that.
Cyclops, okay. What toy could that be? I think.
This conversation is over. You want help? Why not ask our guests to help you? If you can afford their rates, that is. As for me, my single remaining goal is to get my people home alive, and well, and as soon as possible.
Responsible leader. The woman leaves, sobbing. Lugath turns to you. Good morning. Well, let's get down to business, shall we? Introductions aren't necessary. Baroness, I know who you are. Let's discuss how we can be useful to one another. Before getting further, I need to fill up my water. I forgot to do it before I started. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, where did I go? Yes, just here. Okay, got some water. It's back. Do you know me? How?
How do you think? We keep an eye on everything that happens in the region. It's smart to know our potential employers and our potential enemies. Hard to miss someone like you, dragging this green beast around like another compatriot.
What about Knock Knock?
These Longshanks know Knock Knock already. That is good. Fame is rising already. Just a tad more and Knock Knock will be a real hero.
I love his take on it. He's just so kind of, I don't know, beat and what's the word? What's the word? Just positive and stuff like that. It's brilliant. Who's that woman?
Wish I knew who these witches are and where they came from. Our chieftain, the great Armagh, spirits bless him, trusts them as if they were holy oracles. He sent us with them to these dead hills, and none but the sisters and the chieftain himself know why. Who am I to confront the chieftain? So now we wander these lands, chasing the unknown.
Do you know anything that happened in Varnhold?
Varnhold, huh? Isn't that the village Megar Varn got from the Ristovik Sword Lords? I know Varn. He's not the best fighter, but not the worst. As for what happened there, I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, Megar was a mercenary company leader, so they probably worked together, either on the same team or on opposite sides. Because maybe, as already said, a couple of other people have said they Tagalors are hired out as the mercenaries. There's a whole army here for you here. How did you manage to get so far?
None of your business, actually. But just to reassure you, we weren't sneaking into your lands without permission. I'll answer. It was magic. The sisters opened some strange tunnel, and we used it to get here from Numeria. Gorham witnessed my words. I'm no coward, but I'd rather march for a month through all the river kingdoms than use that damned tunnel again. It was strange, wrong, just like those witches themselves.
So, how can we be useful to each other?
I'm afraid we can't. At least not yet. I'd be happy to take a new job, but our chieftain's orders were strict. Search the location and come back with a report. But if you could help us here, say, by finding whatever these witch sisters are looking for, or maybe just making them disappear forever. Mark my word, Baroness, the Tiger Lords never forget those who help them.
Thankfully, give us a choice. What are you looking for here?
I wish I knew. The sisters are looking for something, but they won't tell anyone what it is. I guess it's some antique that used to belong to the Cyclops. Some magic trinket or something. As for me, the only thing I'm looking for is a good reason to quit this nonsense and return to Numeria as soon as possible.
Did again. Did you find anything of interest?
If we did, do you think we'd still be here now? The only thing to be found in these hills is one's own death. A group of my men entered a cave that turned out to be a spriggan den. They barely survived the encounter. Also, we found the ruins of some old tower, ancient as the world itself, and useless as this expedition. There is nothing to be found here, except, like I said, for one's own death.
I think we passed a tower, didn't we? Ruined tower. Have a look on the way back. Let me ask you a question.
Ask away, why not? I don't promise I'll answer, though.
Tell me about yourself.
Dugath, son of Gordir and Harith Three Fingers from the Tiger Lord's tribe. My entire life, I've served Gorum, first on the battlefield, sword in my hand, and later with prayer as well. I've fought in battles all across the River Kingdoms, in Yoberia, Guld, Ustalev. My price is high, my hand is steady, and my sword is deadly.
Finishing his speech, the man gives you a wild grin, showing off several missing teeth. Tell me about Gollum.
Our Lord in Iron doesn't like empty talk. He's the god of those who act instead of chatter. His palm blesses every sword ever crafted, and wherever at least two men meet in battle, he is there with them. Even orcs worship the god of battle, and not only that, they imagine he's an orc too. It's all nonsense, of course, but there may be a grain of truth to it. For anyone can aspire to be like him. A human, an orc, and even an elf. Anyone who grips his iron to make his enemy bleed.
Well said, old man. Truly well said. Blood for Gorum!
She grins approvingly and raises her clenched fist. Harrim opened his mouth, obviously wanted to say something, but just sighs and waves his hand instead. Tell me about your tribe.
There are many tribes in Numeria. Each does its best to survive. The Black Horses sell adamantine. The Blood Pikes rob caravans, and their white scars lick the boots of the Technic League. As for us, the Tiger Lords, we are mercenaries, and the best ones in this part of Avestan. Remember this, Baroness. If you keep your throne long enough, we'll meet again. Sooner or later, fighting side by side, or otherwise. Who knows?
Is he standing inside Dog or Ogbo? Tell me about your chieftain.
He's a strong fighter, brave one. He says he's Armagh, an incarnation of a hero from the old times. Just don't ask if I believe it. Armagh is smart. He knows how to do business. If he'd only pay less attention to what those witches whisper, he'd be a perfect chieftain.
And maybe.
Eons ago, stars rained down on Numeria. Pieces of metal, both dead and living ones, fell from the sky. Since then, metal monsters roam those lands, and the grounds hold a wealth of adamantine, among other valuable things. Weaklings don't survive there. As for us, Numerian Kellids, we grew up on that land. We drank its poisoned waters and breathed its toxic air. Metals from the depths infused our bones and muscles. No one can beat us. If there were anyone capable of bringing us down, it would be ourselves.
Gives you a bitter smile. What do you know about Cyclops?
Not that much. Long ago, these lands were part of their empire. They were a great people back then, used unbelievable magic, and possessed treasures beyond count. Ages passed, and their empire crumbled into dust. Cyclops became wild and forgot all about what they once used to be. But the ruins... Yes, the ruins remember everything.
Indeed, they remember much, if only they were more eager to share.
Thank you for your answers.
You're welcome.
Hey. A lost relic. Okay. Do I want to talk to the sisters or not? Let's do a quick save first. Check up on the time. 20 minutes, that's not too bad. We've named bollock over the knobber. Hunting sparse around here. We're running low on meat again.
All according to plan.
Maybe a lot of ruins here, but they probably looted centuries ago. Oh, merchant. I don't think we've got anything to sell him, have we? Who are you? Name's Doug. Was a hell of a fighter when I was younger. Truth. Those years passed before you know it. The health too. The Barbarian raises a hand. You can see he only has 2 fingers left. So my job is equipment and provisions, along with a bit of trading from time to time. Let's see what you've got. Didn't get much. Who does enchantment? I think I can't remember the bloody schools. Enchantment stuff like charm, isn't it? So I think that would be Lindsay doing that. That's the sword +3. +3 is good. Plus you have extra damage for bastard sword. That goes 3 to 17. Went 1 to 37 when equipped. Oh yeah, because of loads of extras. So this is 2 less damage than that. Doesn't do acid. But she does have extra to hit with that. 19. So medium armor. 70,000, I don't think so. Get the recipe. Look at all these as well, I guess. It's 80, 1,000 for the master meat. Oh no, put that back. much money do I have? 20,000. Oh, go on then. Might be like a spare recipe that
I
uses
know
it.
the way.
My search was not in vain.
Did it without breaking it.
Well done. Oh, Tongi. I can sell him the Tongi. The stuff just nectar from the thingy. Give it back to him. The raven there.
Follow my lead.
Probably related to the raven we saw before.
What's that?
That's going to sell him the crap we've just picked up. Okay. Talk to the sister. And possibly the raven as well.
You, our guest. The Baroness, am I right? I'm sorry you witnessed that unpleasant scene. If I may ask, what is your name?
A slim figure stands eerily still, wrapped in a cloak and hiding her face in her hands. If you hadn't seen her moving before, you could easily mistake her for a statue. However, as you approach, she lowers her hands from her face, and golden green eyes peer at you through the holes of cloth covering her face. Raven there. He was asking about names as well. No, you don't need to know her name.
So be it. Everyone has their secrets, Baroness.
Who are you?
I am one of those who call themselves the Defaced Sisters. We've rejected our names and our faces in service to benevolent spirits. I'm sorry that I cannot reveal our true destiny to you yet, but believe me when I say our mission is extremely important. Not just for us, not just for the tribe, but for the entire world.
Tell me about Numeria.
These are enigmatic lands. Stars rain from the sky. Soil bleeds fire and gives birth to metal instead of grass. These are lands of mysteries and nightmares. But they're destined to become the salvation of us all, for that is where great Armag lived, died. I am one of those who call themselves. He's a man of great destiny. The gods themselves tried to lay him low, but he came back, defied death itself, as was foretold, for that was his fate. He's destined to save many, many lives, but at a terrible cost to himself. I would never wish a fate like that on you, Baroness. I would never wish a fate like that on anyone.
Cough. It's where the great Armag lived, died, and rose again, in bringing redemption for us all. Okay. What are you looking for here?
It is not yet time to answer this question. We are searching for ancient ruins, the remains of structures built by the previous holders of these strange lands. That is all I can tell you, for now. I understand that you want to know more, but have no doubt, you will in time.
Such wise, enlightened words. People who talk like this are usually trying to swindle you out of your purse.
Said you've lost. You're speaking of riddles.
Don't be wary of riddles. Those wise enough to solve them eventually learn much more than those who always seek straight answers.
What were you and Dugath arguing about?
My sisters. They each went out on their own quests and never returned. Not one of the three. I can understand Dugath. He doesn't trust us. But by refusing to help my sisters and me, he puts himself, his people, countless innocent souls in grave danger. If only I could soften his impertinent heart.
Nathan, not impertinent. Do you have any idea where your sisters might be?
Do you have a map? I can provide you some direction. One of my sisters went to the sepulchre of forgotten heroes. Another went looking for the Forsaken Mound. And the third was going to visit the ruins of the City of the Hollow Eyes. I won't lie, these places are all very dangerous. But searching for lost truth always involves danger.
Marks the locations on your map. Now, when we did the Varnhold DLC, we went into the City of Hollow Eyes. Go and watch that if you want to see what's there. What compensation can I get for my help?
With the most valuable treasure of all, truth.
You have a whole army here. How did you manage to get this far?
Wise ones know many routes that are closed to the uninitiated. Will you be able to detect them? Will you dare to walk along them? Who knows?
Do you know anything about what happened in Varnhold?
Dark things tend to happen in that land. I can only guess to the fate of Varnhold. My 3 sisters know more. Help me find them, and you'll get your answers. If the spirits are kind, it will happen before it's too late. If in your travels you meet my sisters, please help them, and I will help you in return. Remember this word, Geheb. That is what the previous inhabitants of these lands, the Cyclopses, called darkness they so worshipped. If a door shut and lockless bars your path, this word might be your key. May kind spirits guide you in your travels.
Yeah, I don't believe a word of that. No one's as guilty as those who protest innocent. At last, the loudest. Not then, Raven, what do you say now? The Raven watches you attentively. Okay, well that's that done. See how long I've been recording now. 32 minutes. Spoke of the Forgotten Heroes. There's that place, what was it? Here, Rotten Cave. Ruined Tower, Blood Furrows. I think I might as well be down there. Well then, so City of the Hollow Eyes is right out here. When we played Varnhold, it was... Oh no, it was right out here. We went miles up here, didn't we? On what's up the rest of. That's right. I was thinking it was around here. So yeah, I'll have a think about what I want to do these before I get back onto the main story again. Maybe go down here. Let's see what that is. I'm not sure what the best way is. This way maybe, or this way. I have to go up there anyway. Let's go down here anyway. So maybe get to around here maybe. See if it joins up. Anyway, that's for the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll record quite a few of these now on PCs working and get them up on YouTube. Try to make up for lost time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Until then, bye for now.